Okay, fine like legal. 2, 3, 4. We come together. 1, 2, 3. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste out loud to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
Every walk of life.
Every walk of life.
Every creed and color.
Every creed and color.
We should be united
With all of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary.
now.
Lift your voice and repeat after me.
Oh, we come
We
together.
come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
Good morning, good morning. I have a very stubborn dog here. April, for some reason, she's not going anywhere. She follows me everywhere. I am excited for today. I am very excited for today. It's going to be an awesome, awesome day here at Center for Spiritual Living, Asheville. First of all, I want to thank you for sharing how wonderful this place is on social media and for silencing your cell phones. Very important. Please silence your cell phones. Take lots of pictures. Does it say that there? Take lots of pictures, take videos, but don't video me. It's not very interesting right now. Okay, so we're going to have some fun today. Today is game day with Breezy Brazil. Today from 2 to 5 p.m. in the Education Building, and again on Wednesday night from January 28th from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., also in the Education Building. So show up and have a good time. Okay, the first Sunday of the month, which is next week, is our covered dish luncheon. We love to eat here at Center for Spiritual Living, Asheville, so why don't we do a lot of it? Next Sunday, July 2nd, following our celebration of life, please bring a side dish to share or whatever you want to share. It brings the community more together when we have lots of food. So next, Wednesday, July 5th, Serenity Sound Bath facilitated by Kristen Halegas in the Education Building. That is an amazing, amazing experience. So please join us for that, and you will be very zen afterwards. We have a class coming up. Woohoo! Summer Prosperity Book Study with Kate Grayson, RSCP. The Path to Wealth, which was written by Mae McCarthy, and she came here and did a workshop here a number of years ago on that book, and it was incredible. Totally changed my prosperity consciousness, and now I have everything I want. I always did anyway, but now it's even better. Mondays, July 10th through August 14th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. in person and via Zoom. There's a love offering for that. And you can find out more details on CSALM.org. CSLAasheville.org. So now I'm going to speak to you as a member of the search committee, because I know you've probably been wondering what we've been doing behind the scenes all this time. Well, we've been very, very busy. So what I can tell you now is that we do have applicants. We do have applicants, and we are interviewing, and we are going through everybody's packets and finding the right persons for this. And so it's all good. It's going very, very smoothly. It really is smoother than the way I'm speaking to you from up here. What? And we hope to have candidates in August that will be doing workshops and speaking, and then we will make our choice. So just know, keep saying those affirmations. Keep saying those affirmations because for the senior minister, because the right person is already here. So because of that, and in addition to this, there's so many inspiring things happening here at CSLA Asheville. So you can go to CSLAasheville.org and check out our events. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. So I want to thank everyone, all the hearts and hands that make this place special and make our experience here wonderful and special. So now we're going to do our June affirmation. If you'd repeat after me, and please join us at home. I release all that no longer serves my higher good. I embrace love and joy as me. And now we light the light.
in the stillness of this moment, as I listen to my breathing, I find that I am living in the spaces between places, in the stillness of this moment, in my quiet meditations, I feel myself drawn up into seeing and being light.
I know that love is in this place. The fullness of life is always here and clear. The fullness of who we are. This infinite love source energy is present in each and every breath. It is present in each and every movement. The abundance of life is here, now, present right where we are. And this love source energy is infinite and eternal and beyond the stars and present right where we are. It is the presence and the power of the one right where we are. In the inner spaces, in the seen and the unseen, the animate and the inanimate, it is all right here. It is pure potentiality, and I am this. We are this. Every ears that are hearing this is this already. The space that we're in is this already. And the abundance of life is here, now, already around us, already surrounding us in our loving relationships. All of these relationships are loving and nurturing and compassionate and respectful. It doesn't matter if it's the stranger on the street or your most intimate partner or your pet. All of your relationships are joyous and freeing and loving and supportive. And I know this abundance, yes, it is money. It is the fullness of this flow of life in our bank accounts, in our investments, in the stranger that gives you money on the street or the money that you find. It is the flow of energy. It is the money we receive as well as the money we give. It is this beautiful dynamic flow. And I know this abundance is in these perfect, healthy, strong, vibrant bodies that each and every one of us moves and breathes and dances and plays with these beautiful forms that we have that are strong and vibrant and alive with energy. And I know this abundance is this passion that we live our lives with, this joy of living in every single aspect, this wild creativity, this joyous expression of who we are and our purpose in life is already here and already before us, and it's the light that we share with the world. I am so grateful to know this truth, to be here now and speak this wisdom into the world. And I simply let this go because life only and always says yes. And so it is.
In the stillness of this
Let's breathe. We're going to do our treatment for our CSLA senior minister. And I just want to say a couple things about this. This is a sacred process. This is the process that's in the flow. It is the flow of life. It is the flow of love. And it is giving us the absolute knowing that that senior minister is already here. So I'd like you to join me in repeating this treatment and know that you can get copies of the treatment out on the Welcome Center and to take it home and repeat it every day. And here we go. There is only one mind. It is the source of all things, from the invisible to the visible. It creates out of itself only what is like life itself, forever expanding and evolving. I know this source as love. As I know this to be the truth of the one, I know it is the absolute truth of me. And as it is the truth of me, it is the absolute truth of our new senior minister. As spirit is love, so is our new senior minister. Therefore, I speak my word now, knowing our new senior minister is already in the mind of the one. I know our new senior minister, as the life of the divine, shows up as integrity, joy, compassion, and love. And this love is an expanded awareness of shared leadership for all. I give thanks to know this truth and to speak my word. I release my word into the perfect action of the law, knowing this prayer has already been answered, and so it is.
Yay, Breezy.
Yay, Brady! Take a deep breath. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt that you've made it home. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. In the kingdom of love, there is no competition, no contradictions, and no control. But you can take possession and claim your passion. Working on a building that cannot be bought or sold. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt that you've made it home. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. Step into the feeling of sweet surrender. Let yourself remember who you are. You can take your own sweet time and ease
ease your troubled mind in the secret sanctuary of the heart. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt that you've made it home. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. There is room for desires you can hold, and you know you can take it with you everywhere you go. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt that you've made it home. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. Coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. Coming back to the holy ground that you've always known.
I need this.
Thanks, sweetie.
Boy, I'm having a day today, aren't I? I said earlier that I was very excited, and I am very excited. I'm very excited for our own homegirl, our guest speaker today, Reverend Sylvia Kearns. She is an amazing person, and I'm proud to call her my good friend. She is a licensed minister for Centers for Spiritual Living. Sylvia graduated from the School of Spiritual Living in the Holmes Institute of June of 2022 and finished her oral panels March of this year. She has returned to Asheville after spending the last 18 months at Seaside Center for Spiritual Living as a staff minister. Definitely our gain. She has 3 daughters and 5 grandchildren that are currently her most important people. I give to you, my friend, Reverend Sylvia Kearns.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling kind of full and ready to go home. That was wonderful. I have to move this thing. I love it. It's just fun watching it go back and forth. I am so moved by Breezy's song. I can't even begin to tell you thank you so much. It was very powerful for me. So my talk title is Reboot. A fresh start is magical. Now, I know that we all have spent many of the last years not feeling the magic of having our life, our globe, the fallout from everything that has happened. We've yet sometimes to step into that magic. So what I want to offer you today is we are the magic. That what we want to see, what we want to feel, we have to be. Because as we have been told, all of those that have been in Science of Mind for many, many years, is that what is inside of us is what becomes out here. So I invite all of us to become that magic that we want to see here at Seaside. or excuse me, I'll do that too many times today at CSL Asheville. I'm really excited to be here. 2 weeks ago, I stood on a platform very much like this with a congregation very much like this. In fact, that center and this center are built amazingly the same. There are these beautiful pole barn buildings, one for the sanctuary where sacred services are had, one where the social hall is where people can break bread, plenty of room for education. So really, it is a lot like walking home, only walking home again. I will say it was a difficult day. There was nothing easy about looking out on the people that I had worked with for a year and a half who had supported me. People always ask me, why do you want to, are you going to have a pulpit? And I'm like, no, probably not. It's not what I want to do. I want to minister to the people. I have many, many ways I want to do that. I didn't necessarily want to have a flock. Well, I found you can't be a minister without getting a flock, because the more classes I taught, the bigger my flock got, and the more joy I had in my life, and the more this teaching we call science of mind filled my heart and filled my soul. So while that was a very difficult day, looking out, looking into the eyes, feeling the love, never could I have imagined the magic of being able to stand here today. It was not even a possibility in my mind. So as you are going through those times of boot and reboot, which I'll get into more a little bit later, just remember, hang in there, because what can transpire is not necessarily what we can pick. In fact, if we believe in that pure potentiality of life, which is everything that we learn, it can be anything. So now I want to talk a little bit about what is boot and reboot. And I'm going to start with a quote, and it's a long quote, and stay with me because it's really the backbone of my entire talk. Nature will not let us stay in any one place for too long. She will let us stay just long enough to gather the experience necessary to the unfolding advancement of the soul. I want to stop here. I want you to hear that. What is our purpose here on this planet? Why are we here? To live, to have fun, to eat, to make merry, and to do all that? No. We are here for the advancement of our soul on this plane. Because as we all know, and we have been taught, this isn't the end. That we know, because Ernest Holmes taught us, not only Ernest Holmes, but many, many other people long before him, is this is just one plane that we continue on after. So the unfolding and advancement of the soul. This is a wise provision, for should we stay there too long, we would become too set, too rigid, and too inflexible. Nature demands change in order that we may advance. And what I want to share with you is I've lived in Asheville I've had a house here for about 6 years now. And when I'm in the area, I hike at the Biltmore Estate a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean like 4, 5, 6 times a week. And there's this majestic tree up on a hill on the backside of the house. It's my favorite. I go stand there and I just feel the power of the universe. And then the winter would come and the leaves would fall and my heart would be sad and I would look at it and I would say, where did the magic go? This is so dreary. I need to go somewhere where there's some sun because this just doesn't feel good. But I kept going back because that's what I do. I walk. And when I was looking at it one winter and I was standing there pondering this tree, I saw the beauty. Somewhere in the depths of my heart came forth this magical beauty of that tree sleeping. It was resting. It was saving up all of its energy because in just a short period of time, it was going to bring new life into this world. There were going to be leaves. It was going to be beautiful, and it needed that sleep time. I have used that tree in more talks than I can tell you. It's just an amazing thing because that's who we are. Sometimes we need a period of being asleep. In that letting go that our quote talked about, that's the important part because if we don't let go, when we do become too set, and when we're too set in our ways, it's too difficult to accept newness. Well, I want to be clear with you, transparent. I'm ready to stop changing. I'm ready to plant my seed for a while and stay in my house. It's been a very busy 3 weeks. I've went to California to pack up my things, and then I went up to Washington, which is where my second home is, and then I flew out here 2 days ago in a red eye, so excuse me if I'm just a little comfortable today in what we're doing here, but y'all have created that scenario for me. So as Judith, my beloved Judith said, I finished ministerial school last summer. It takes a while. You have to do written exams and you have to do oral exams, and they were kind of drawn out for this particular class. And I hope that y'all have a little curiosity about what is ministerial school. What is it you do there? How can it take 2 years of credentialed classes, 2 years more to become a practitioner, and then another 3 years to become a minister? What could they possibly be teaching you, right? I always wondered that. So because I'm new and it's fresh, I'm going to give you an insight story of what it looks like. The Holmes Institute is the credentialed portion of it. And my question was, if we're not a cosmology, if we're not a theology, what do they teach you? You know what they taught us? Cosmology. They taught us theology. They taught us philosophy. They taught us, I took classes on the Bhagavad Gita, the very beginning of the written wisdom. I took classes on Buddhism. I took classes on spiritual psychology. These classes are geared for a master's in consciousness. Now, half of your class may know nothing about science of mind or Ernest Holmes, because the master's in consciousness, rising the consciousness that is within us, is what the whole program is all about. I took 18 classes over the 3 years, and there was only one I really didn't care for, but I won't tell you what it was, because it's really not important, right? That's one part of school. The other part of school is the School of Spiritual Leadership, and that's where you get to work with people and have instructors like Dr. Edward Viljoen, Michael Gott. I could go on and on with the best of the best that sat in leadership in my room, teaching me the best things that they have garnered over their years and years and years of ministry. And it was a divine process. And if you have any desire ever to take classes, are you a seeker? You know if you are. Not everybody is. If you're we've got one right over there. You can talk to me later. If you're a seeker like I am, I told you I took 18 classes. Well, there's another 10 or 15 that weren't required, but I wanted to finish, so I finished. But I'm going to go back someday and take those classes, because the wisdom, that advancement of our consciousness, is why we're here. So the magic sort of continued. So the first day I came into the center, and what I did is I lived down the road. I was tired. Life had been very challenging, because sometimes when we don't want to release what we're supposed to let go of, it just keeps, churning and turning and poking you and making you uncomfortable until you say, Uncle, I'm done. What am I supposed to do? So I came to Asheville. I had a loss of a family member. My daughter's grandfather passed away. And I thought, what if I can't minister to my own children? How can I minister to anyone? So I told the people I was with, I have to go. And when I was here in Asheville, it came to me that I had to stay, that it was time to quit going. It was time to stay, and letting them know that I would not be returning to Asheville. I had just started a Wednesday night service. I did the education. I was a Sunday coordinator. All the things that I did to help that center be what it was that was within me. It was very hard to release until I realized it wasn't about me. They'll be fine without me. It's about me as being who I want to be, and that is a grandmother. I have a 6 and an 8-year-old grandchildren. How can you not want to hug them and watch their soccer games? It's what life is all about, right? So I came here for the peace. I came here because I needed an uplifting. I didn't come through these doors because I knew that there was an open pulpit and that maybe I would, transpire to somehow be at a higher level here. I came in here as humble as you can be. And within 5 minutes, Marcia McLean, Reverend Marcia, asked me if I would take over the kitchen. Do you know what this room is in here? This room is the conduit to the growth of every seat in this room being full. And if you don't believe that, you wait and you watch and you see, because it's going to be what happens. I know that when I started in recovery years ago, you go to meetings, right? Well, I didn't know those meetings had to do with food, and food and I had not a good relationship for a lot of reasons. I'll hopefully tell you another time. And that is, I just couldn't do food. And they were doing food. You had food before the meeting, you had food after meeting, you had potlucks, you had birthday parties, you had all these things that made me uncomfortable while I was trying to recover from the things that I thought made me comfortable. And so on my first anniversary, we go to lunch and there's 15 women and everybody's giving you flowers and gifts and saying, I'll buy your lunch, I'll buy your lunch. And I wanted to run out of the room. I was that uncomfortable. But I'd been in this program long enough to understand how to socially integrate and pretend. And so sometime later, I was talking to a very trusted friend and I said, I don't get it. What is with this food? And she looked at me and she said, Sylvia, it's not about the food, it's about breaking bread in community. And what that did is over the years, it changed who I am and what the purpose of breaking bread is. An actual part of, the biggest part of my ministry has been breaking bread. It's the senior minister's job to come in and wow the people and get them excited and make them want to come back. And for those of us that have been coming back forever, it's pretty easy, right? But I promise you that every newcomer, whether they're a Science of Mind member at another community or not, every person that walks in that door has that sense of newness, that sense of trepidation. What's going to happen? How does it look here? Because it looks different everywhere. And they can come in and they can participate and enjoy, and then they can leave. And then the next Sunday, it's like, I really enjoyed the talk. The music was wonderful, but I don't know, it was that uncomfortableness of newness. How do I overcome it? Our challenge, and my challenge to you, is help me in there, because where we're uncomfortable, breaking bread makes us comfortable. They will walk in and they will see people laughing, joking, eating. We will interact with them. We will make them be comfortable, so that Sunday, when they're sitting there not very comfortable about whether or not to come, they're going to go, okay, this part I'm working on, but I know what happens over there. And that part is a real feel good. And that is how we build this, because that's what spiritual community is. We are here to grow and to advance our soul at the level of consciousness that is ours to have. And I need one of you two to please give me a high sign if I'm going too long, because Spirit gave me a new talk during the night, and that's not the one I stood here and practiced yesterday. So, what's a boot? To me, cowboy boot, right? You pull on your boots, you go to the rodeo, you do a little line dancing, you kick up your heels. Anybody else ever do that? You just hope that somebody's there at the end of the night to help pull your boots off. The actual term came about in 1852. It was associated with bootstrap. And how many of you have been told when you were growing up, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps? That's what a boot was to me. Well, in 1975, lo and behold, what should come around but technology, which I know a lot about because I've been 7 years on the road with this little device. And the boot on these things is the program, right? They sell you a phone or a computer and they say it's going to do this, this, and this. And you say, great, I want to do this, this, and this. And you start plugging things in and adding them. And then sometime later, they don't work right. So you make that 3-hour phone call to your server and they walk you through it. sometimes they can fix it, sometimes they can't. I suggest to you that we were all born with our boot. Our boot is those qualities that Troy talks about: love, light, joy, peace, harmony, and so on and so on. That is our programming. And there are times when our programming gets filtered or unfiltered by the things that happen in our lives. Things that happen, like I let happen in Southern California. And I want to propose that that's what our practitioners are here for. When you have gotten your program out of sync and things aren't working and you're a little unhappy, our practitioners are here to help you see the truth of yourself, right? So in this little thing, there's a button that you can hit that says reset. That means everything that you have added will go away, but it will work at factory level again, and you can start rebuilding. Those are the worst words you want to hear. What I want to tell you is when I went to California to say my goodbyes, I did a hard reset. I came back to Asheville with my program being the one the Creator gave me, the person that is here to serve, the person that is here to have family, friends, and break bread in community. And trust me, there is nobody more excited to hear Practitioner Judith tell us that there are names out there, because whomever that name is going to be the perfect person. Because I was not brought here to work with someone I cannot work with, and therefore our perfect minister is going to be the one that is exactly who we are: love, joy, peace, and harmony. I'm very grateful I have the opportunity to break bread in community. Next Sunday, we're having our potluck. We're going to do a 4th of July theme. Please come and see me if you want to help. Please come and see me if you want to be a part of the filling every chair in this room, because every visitor that walks in the door is going to want to come back because of the total experience. I want to thank you for your time today and allowing me to speak to you.
Thank you, Reverend Sylvia. Welcome home. Before I ask if we have any other new people, I would like to acknowledge one other Sylvia. Welcome home. Sylvia O'Neill is a practitioner emeritus this has been her home until she moved to be with family. So whenever she's here with us. Welcome. Is there anybody here for the first time? Hey, would you care to introduce yourself? Please stand up. Well, wonderful. So glad to have you here. Anybody else? Yes, please.
My name is Michaela, and this is my first time here in the Asheville Center for Spiritual Living. I'm familiar with the centers, but first time at this location.
Oh, good. Welcome. And there was somebody over here too? Oh, good. Welcome. We're so glad to have you here. All right.
We were in Greer at an event and tried to make it by 11, but
Thank you.
we got a little delayed.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's so good to have you here. Was there anybody else that I missed? It's always so good to have you here, and you're always welcome. Please join us afterward for some refreshment and some of that family time, so to speak, that we're there. So at this time, I'd ask our prosperity acceptors to come forward, please. Thank you. So at this time, it's our opportunity to share with this center of your gifts. If you have something that you have brought, feel free to place it in the basket. If you don't have anything that you have brought or a part of our regular giving community, just place your hands over the baskets and give them your blessing of love, your blessing of experience, your blessing of abundance. It all fills these baskets completely. And for those of you at home, there is a Donate Now button, so you can also contribute. If not, please hold us in your heart in that sacred place. So if you will repeat with me our investment affirmation aloud. I affirm that all CSL Asheville's accounts, now and continually, are filled with all sufficiency of visible funds to meet all its needs, wants, desires, and commitments, with a divine surplus to share and to spare. And so it is.
Lifted up by gratitude. I am lifted up by gratitude. I am lifted up by gratitude. It's the air that is under my wings. Innermost being feeds my body, mind, temple. I am one with the giver and receiver. Innermost being feeds my body, mind, temple. I am one with the giver and receiver. Innermost being feeds my body, mind, temple. I am one with the giver and receiver. Innermost being feeds my body, mind, temple. I am one with the giver and receiver. I am lifted up by gratitude. I am lifted up by gratitude. I am lifted up by gratitude. It's the air that is under my wings. I am lifted up by gratitude. I am lifted up by gratitude. I am lifted up by gratitude. It's the air that is under my wings. Air that is under my wings.
Yes. So I gratefully accept these baskets. I accept these baskets and the gift from all of those who have given online. I know that it comes here to fill our hearts. It fills the center with love, to make this place a place of peace, a beacon of light, a tower of strength, and a fountain of wisdom of all who call it home. And so it is. For those of you that are new, I forgot to introduce myself after they do their song.
Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Has lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Perfect love quenched my desire, and it's deep inside forevermore. I say your love
keeps lifting me,
keeps on lifting me,
keeps lifting me,
lifting me higher and higher. Your love keeps on lifting me, lifting me higher and higher. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my only friend, but then love came and sadness departed, never to show its face again. You know your love
keeps lifting me,
keeps on lifting me,
keeps lifting me,
lifting me higher and lifting me, lifting me higher and higher.
Higher.
Your love
keeps
on
lifting me.
lifting me higher and higher. Jackie Wilson.
Now, there we go. So now I can get back up here. I did that once before, and I'm telling you, it kind of makes this be all fun, right? That makes it a great day. So anyway, my name is Tim Wagner. I'm a practitioner here, and I'm also the member of your board of trustees. So thank you for being here, and it's so good. So at this time, I'd like to call our practitioners forward. And if our practitioners that are here to give treatment will stand up towards the front, they are available for you at any time after our benediction to come up and speak to them. And it would be one of those simple things as, know with me that, and they will know the truth for you and help you guide through your issue, your concern, your love. And if you have nothing, know with me that I am love, and that is great, and that is perfect. So repeat with me now, please, our benediction. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my affairs. I accept it. I am it. I share it. Just the way it appears and just the way it appears not. Thank you, life. And so it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love will heal us all.
Let me know that love will heal us all.
Oh, let me live